guys! Today I'm here with my April favorites, everything I loved for the whole month of April. Again, I try to get things only that I've used the entire month so that I have a really good feel for it and that kind of stuff. So let's just go ahead and get started because I have a lot to talk about. What I'm going to start with first is a blush, and this one is from Makeup Geek, and it's called Spellbound, and it looks like that. It's just a gorgeous matte blush, perfect for every skin tone, whether you're light or dark. It's just kind of a mauvey pink color, and I'll swatch it on the back of my hand for you. And I bought it in the pan because I just have it in a palette, but this is what it looks like, and I'm wearing it on my cheeks right now. I just think it's such a gorgeous shade, and there I go, put a little dot on my face, but I just think it's a gorgeous shade for spring. It's not too bright and not too dark. So it just like gives you that perfect little flush without making you look over the top. And it feels really light on your skin, which is great for those hot months. So I'm loving it. I think you'll like it too. Spellbound by Makeup Geek. And then two other shadows that I'm going to talk about from Makeup Geek. And like, oh my gosh, I am obsessed with these so much. Makeup Geek has these, they have regular shadows, you know, with shimmers and glitters and matte colors, but then they have a special type called foiled shadows, and it's like a pigment that's pressed into a pan, and so the color payoff is just unbelievable. Like, it's the most pigmented eyeshadows that's not loose that you'll ever find, or at least that I've found so far. And I have 6 of them, but I'm going to show you the 2 that are my favorite that I've been wearing quite a bit lately. And this one is called In the Spotlight. And you can see just how shimmery and crazy pigmented it is in the pan. And then I'll show you on my finger and then on the back of my hand. Like, this is on my finger. Look at that. That is just like the gorgeous, it's kind of a peachy, orangish pink shade, but it comes off really natural on your eyelid. So you can see it's right there. It is so like just gorgeously, I don't know, just this beautiful shimmer shade. And I'm wearing it right now on the inner corner of my eye. And I just think it is so pretty. And just, well, it's hard to beat. Like, I haven't found anything that pigmented. And then the other foil shadow that I've been loving is called Magic Act. And it's a goldish color, a really neutrally gold. And I'm running out of fingers already. Uh-oh. You can see it's just like the perfect gold color. And when you swatch it, golly, the color payoff on these are just unbelievable. But it's so pretty. It's great for blondes because it almost looks like your blonde hair, you know, with just tons of shimmer in it. So I love it, and I've worn it on the lower lash line and on my lid, and it's beautiful, and I'm absolutely obsessed with those 2 foil shadows, all of them, all the ones that I have. I'm wearing a purple one on my outer corner. So all of the foiled shadows are great. You can't go wrong with any of them, but those 2 are my absolute favorites for this month. The next thing I'm going to talk about is a highlighter, and this one is by Becca, and it's their Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. And this is what it looks like. So for those of you who are fair-skinned like me, this is a great, great highlight because it will show up on your skin. It's just a really neutral color. Nothing too pink, nothing too white. And it's just a great shimmer. And you can see it just like picks up all the light and really looks great. I'm wearing it on my cheekbones right here, right now. It would also be great for like a brow highlight or for the inner corner of your eye. It's just a gorgeous shade. Opal is another great highlighter by Becca, but it's a little bit darker, so I can't usually use it in the winter months, but I can use it in the summer months. So I may switch back over to Opal here in a little while, but Moonstone is working just great for just these beginning summer months, so I'm in love with this guy. The next thing I'm going to talk about is a palette, and you saw me talk about it in my haul, so I haven't used it the entire month of April, but almost. I mean, I've used every single shade, and I've used it enough to, I think, give a good review on it, and it's the Tarte Tartlette palette. And it's an Amazonian clay matte palette, so all of the colors are matte, and I've already shown it to you once, but they look like this. And they're absolutely gorgeous. You can use these four together, these four together, these four together. That's kind of the idea and the way they package them. But of course you can mix them all in the way you want. And I've used all of these shades. They are absolutely gorgeous. They're highly pigmented. They're just so pretty. I'll show you a couple of my favorites first. This one is Caregiver, and it's a pink shade. It's a light pink shade. I wear it on my lid, and it's just beautiful. It's right there. It's just a beautiful shade that's great for the lid color. This one is called Best Friend, and it's a plum shade, and it looks great with that light pink shade that I just showed you. And those two are my favorites. And then there's great brow bone highlights, great outer corners, great crease colors. So I'm just going to go on record saying this is the palette for spring. So if you're looking for a perfect spring palette, here it is. Get your hands on these matte colors. They're absolutely beautiful. They're great pigment and payoff. It's not too expensive, especially since you get 12 shadows. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This palette is going to be my go-to, already is, for spring. So I think you'd really like it if you want to get your hands on something that, you know, you get tons of looks with one palette. The next thing I'm going to talk about is another kit or another palette, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. And I use the contour kit light because I have very fair skin. But this is what it looks like. These three are highlight shades. These three are contour shades. It is cream, so it comes off like a sticky foundation. And you use special brushes for that. And but it works the same as a powder contour in that, you know, you chisel out certain areas, but it's a cream, so you do it before you add any powder products. So anyways, if you want to learn how to cream contour, you need to let me know so I can make a video for you. But this contour kit is what I have been dipping into. You can see I've like dipped into all 6 shades. But I absolutely love it, and Anastasia Beverly Hills knows what they're doing when it comes to contouring and highlighting, so if you're ever looking for something, you can't go wrong with what they have. Okay, I'm trying to get everything in a short amount of time. Okay, this is kind of like a silly little favorite, but I've used it a couple of times on myself, but I've used it a lot on my clients for proms, and I kind of fell in love with it again. And so I thought that it was worth mentioning. And this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner. And this color is Midnight Cowboy. And I have just used this so much on my lower lash line. I think it's so fun. I mean, you only get to wear glitter a few times in your life, so you might as well take advantage. That's the way I feel. And this color is very neutral. It's not too gold or not too silver, and that's why I think if you don't have any glitter liners and you want to start out using one, this is the perfect one to get. I'll show it to you on the back of my hand. But again, it's not very gold, it's not very silver, it's just like neutral shades, and that's why I think it's so perfect. But it's just a shimmery, well, it's glittery. It has chunks of glitter. It does not burn on your eyes. A lot of glitter eyeliners will burn when you first put them on, but this one doesn't because Urban Decay apparently, well, they always know what they're doing. Let's be honest, they're amazing. So that's why I'm obsessed with this glitter liner. And again, it's Midnight Cowboy, and I think it's just fun, something to add to your collection. I think it's great. And then the other 2 lip products that I'm going to talk about are from Gerard Cosmetics, and I've been using these lipsticks constantly, and I'm wearing them today. This first one is Buttercup, and it looks like that in the tube, which can be a little bit scary because it looks super dark, but it's really not, and it's just beautiful. I think it's just like the perfect pinky nude, and it looks so great on every lip color and every skin color because it really shows up. It is a little bit more on the brown side, but it does have enough pink pigment in it that I think it looks really great. And then Kimchi Doll is what I mix with that Buttercup. So I put Buttercup all over my lips, and then Kimchi Doll just in the middle, like in the center. I like to have that a little bit lighter. And this is what Kimchi Doll looks like, which I think is just really pretty. It's very much more nude and has a lot lighter pink. But you can see as I swatch these how great they look together. But I just think they're beautiful together, and that's why I've worn them all month long, and I've just had the best time with them. I think that you would really like them, and they're really, really inexpensive. So that's that. Okay, I just don't like buying mascaras because I've never really fallen in love with one. I feel like, you know, if you get a black mascara and you put on enough coats, it's gonna do its job. And so I've just never really liked buying them. It's one of those things that I'm like, ugh, I need more mascara, I'm out. So, I hate spending money on mascara, even though I don't go a day without wearing it. This guy came out. And let's just take a moment to thank Benefit. Thank you, Benefit. Thank you so much for creating the Roller Lash. And what I love about it is, obviously, the formula is great and you can use lots of brushes, but the little brush, the little spoolie that it comes with is unbelievable. It's a silicone brush, so it doesn't have any hair bristles. And it has these teeny tiny little hooks that grab onto your lashes and curl them for you. What? So finally, I have found a mascara that works, which is like really kind of embarrassing to say. Like, oh, really, Mackenzie? You've been stressed out about mascara? Like, get a life. But this guy has done it for me. So if you are looking for a mascara, or even if you aren't, get some of this. It's really, really great. If you walk into Ulta, they're going to like bombard you and be like, have you bought this mascara? So don't worry, you'll find it because they go crazy overselling it. So that's great. But yeah, that is my mascara, my go-to now. So yay, I finally found one. So I really hope that Benefit doesn't like discontinue it, because then I'm going to be back in my mascara slump, which I really need to get over because first world problems, right? Okay, so now let's talk about the brush that I'm obsessed with this month. And it is the Sedona Lace Fan Brush. And I bought this brush, about a year ago maybe, or a year or two, I don't remember. And it's really inexpensive, but it's hard to get your hands on because they sell out really quickly because it's so like famous and also so cheap. And of course it's used for like highlighting your face. And I typically didn't use it. It wasn't my go-to until I grabbed it one day when I was doing a girl's prom makeup. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to use this right quick. And I threw it on and I was like, whoa, what? Why did I put this away? Or like back in the back part of my brushes? Like, oh my gosh, I need this. And then I went out of town this weekend and I was like, I don't need to carry my huge fan brush. And so I just carried my Sigma F35 and I did all of my highlighting with that, which was great. I mean, this is what I use all the time anyways, but I found myself like missing my fan brush. I was like, I need it, which like really, again, first world problems. Like, come on, Mackenzie, do you really, you know, miss your fan brush? Well, I did, okay? 4 days without it was 4 days too long. And so I've just become obsessed with it again. I'll kind of show you like with that Moonstone highlighter, you know, you just like fluff it in there and it's just so easy to put on. I'm obsessed with how quickly the application goes and it's just so simple to throw it on. I love it. I love this brush. And I know that there are several other brands that carry a brush like this, the Duo Fibers, but I haven't tried any but this one. So Sedona Lace Fan Brush 01, it's great. And then the last two things I'm going to talk about, I know like really two more things, but this is from Lush and it's the Sympathy for the Skin Hand and Body Lotion. And it just smells like I use this every single night and it just smells really like, it really doesn't have that much of a scent, but the scent that is there is kind of like vanilla cocoa, sort of, and it's like white and has little black flecks in it. But it just really nourishes my skin, and I feel that my elbows and knees and stuff like that typically get dry because that's just part of those areas of the skin and of the body are a lot less dry because of this lotion. So I'm obsessed with it. Sympathy for the Skin by Lush. It's really great. And then this guy is really just like a year-round favorite. I didn't only use him in April. I use him every single day. But I figured it was time to tell you about it. This is by Laura Geller, and it's the Bake Body Frosting All Over Body Bronzer. And I use it every day on my chest and whatever's showing in this area from my clothes to like bronze it out. And it's just like a quick self-tanner, if you will. And it comes with this little pad, which I actually do use. And it looks like this, and you can tell I've already hit pan on it because I've had it for a couple of years. But I just swipe it around and then just pat it on my chest, and you can really like buff it in, and I've already put it on, so this is like a second layer, so it's going to look really dark. But I just feel like it adds like that extra glow and just makes me look the color that I want to on top of the self-tanner that I'm already wearing, and just kind of like cleans it all up. So I'm obsessed with this. I use it year round, and so I figured you might want to know about it. This is what it looks like. My sister wanted it for her birthday, so I went to get her some. Of course, they were out of that one at Ulta. So I got her the Tahitian Glow, and I think it's just as pretty. So, but they're in this big, like it'll take a long time. Like I said, I've had this one for 2 years. It'll take a long time to hit pan, and I'm not even close to out of it. I just have to go around the outer circle. So I just think it's great. But that covers all of my favorites, which I know was like a lot. Like, sorry about that. But I tried to talk really fast and get through it all. So I have some great new tutorials coming up for you guys. If you want to see anything specific, let me know in the comments down below and I will get to them. But that is everything, and I hope that you had a great April and that you're looking forward to May. Summer is upon us, and we have some great things to look forward to. So that's everything. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.